Opinion Strategic Partners, Selective Priorities India, US, and the Trump Puzzle for India, US President Donald Trump continues to be an enigma. This should not be surprising at all. It is great if he is on your side of the table, but if he is not, his unpredictability vis-a-vis global politics in general, and Indo-Pacific politics in particular, can be difficult to understand and to keep pace with. The latter view is gaining traction these days, with many in India including citizens, experts, analysts and observers on South Asian affairs, mandarins in government, etc. indirectly suggesting that he is indulging in doublespeak when it comes to US ties with Pakistan and its stance on neutralizing terror, wherever it emanates from. We all know by now, and are becoming accustomed to the fact, that the Trump presidency is going to be entirely transactional, i.e., business as usual, and that multilateral engagement and diplomacy are going to be given a huge miss. It is there for all to see. Days before the Indian Armed Forces launched Operation Sindoor against Pakistan as retribution for its terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam that claimed 26 lives on April 22, Pakistan's finance ministry signed a cryptocurrency deal with a US-based firm. There are rumors that Pakistan's Army Chief, General Asim Munir, is a key beneficiary. The deal between World Liberty Financial WLF and Pakistan's finance ministry is targeted at making South Asia a cryptocurrency hub. Officially, the deal aims to promote blockchain innovation, stablecoin adoption, and tokenized trade infrastructure in Pakistan. The problem is not so much with the deal itself, but the fact that 60% ownership of WLF lies with the Trump family. Behind this controversial deal is Trump's golf buddy and current U.S. Special Envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff. What is suspicious is that the deal between WLF and the Pakistan Crypto Council created in March 2025 made news for its signing, surfacing even before the blood from the terror attack in Pahalgam had dried, or, as some reports suggest, it may have been formalized immediately after Operation Sindoor. Pakistan Daily The Dawn has expressed its reservations about the deal, stating, Pakistan's rapid embrace of digital currencies appears to be a leap before looking. The paper further notes that Pakistan is seemingly eager to capitalize on global digital trends without first addressing unresolved regulatory deficiencies. This deal attracts further criticism in the wake of the fact that the Paris-based Financial Action Task Force FATF maintains that Pakistan is still falling short in closing critical regulatory and enforcement gaps, and that Islamabad remains on its watch list for failing to adequately address money laundering and terrorist financing. The WLF's founder is Steve Witkoff's son, Zachary. The other partners are Donald Trump's two sons, Donald Jr. and Eric, and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner. They reportedly held in-camera meetings with Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and General Munir before finalizing the deal. Though India's relationship with the US is multifaceted and built on shared democratic values and a convergence of strategic interests across various domains, it's no secret that significant challenges exist. Historically, it is well known that the best India-US deals have come when a Republican rather than a Democratic administration is in charge in Washington, d.c. In that context, exchanges with the Trump administration should have got off to a positive start, but the maverick ways of the current US president seem to be upsetting the bilateral politico-economic apple cart somewhat. Most notable among the challenges are geopolitical issues, such as US criticism over India's neutrality on the Russia-Ukraine war, and New Delhi's decision to abstain from voting in the UN when the invasion was being condemned. India, and rightly so, is viewing the global conflict scenario purely through the lens of economic considerations. It is more concerned about wars disrupting food and energy supplies. It is also wary of the possibility of Russia halting crude oil exports to India should it side with the West and NATO. The Trump administration is similarly concerned about India's protectionist policies vis-a-vis its domestic industry. It is also unhappy with the existence of entry barriers for foreign investment. Another bilateral challenge that requires a meeting of minds is the frequent criticism by US organizations and foundations regarding India's democratic discourse, position on press and religious freedom, and treatment of minorities. The US export controls on India in place since May 1998 have inhibited the free transfer of technology between the two countries. Resolving this issue is crucial to fostering greater collaboration and technological exchange. India is still not fully committed to the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity (IPEF), a trade and economic cooperation initiative launched by the US and other Indo-Pacific countries in 2022. Swipe left for next video. There are other challenges, but for now, from India's point of view, post-Pahalgam, the focus should be on enhancing counter-terrorism cooperation to ensure stability in nuclear-armed South Asia. Pressure must be sustained on Pakistan to rein in the support provided by its army and military intelligence to terrorist groups. The author is editor Brighter Kashmir, author, TV commentator, political analyst, and columnist. Views expressed in the above piece are personal and solely those of the author. They do not necessarily reflect NEWS18's views. Latest blogs